Hi, this is Rob.
And Katie from Livin Lovin Disney.
With a big thanks for listening to the podcast. But we'd also like to remind you to subscribe, follow, and rate us on the following sites: iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, or Podbean.
Also, you can find us on Facebook. We'd love to hear some suggestions and comments that we could use maybe in our future shows.
Hello there, everybody. This is Rob.
And Katie.
Welcome in to Livin
Lovin
Disney. All right. Thanks for joining us for this next episode. We have some exciting news to start off the episode. For those of you that noticed, we had a trivia question we put out on Instagram and Facebook, our Facebook page. Maybe some other ones. I'm not sure. Kurt did it for us. We put a simple question out.
Just to see how it'd go. Testing the water a little bit.
And we got some replies, and that was great. The question was...
How old is Crush?
Dude.
How old is Crush the Turtle?
Yep.
In Finding Nemo. So it's a pretty easy one. You're probably all shouting out right now what it was, right? So, 150, dude!
No.
Oh.
150 years young.
Yeah.
Dude.
So we have a winner, and we've already texted her, messaged her on Facebook, and her name is Stacy. So congratulations, Stacy. We are so happy that you won the great prize of $25 Disney gift card. And you're all going, $25? What are you going to do with $25?
Well, she was very appreciative when we emailed her. And the first thing that came out of her mouth was, ooh, that sounds like some snacks and
Dole
Whips
on their next Disney trip. So congratulations, Stacy, and thank you for participating in our little trivia. We'll have more of those. Yeah. And who knows, maybe we'll up the gift card. And we have some other stuff too that we had gotten on our cruise. We have two of some stuff, so maybe
raffle some stuff off here.
We might give some of that stuff away. So those of you that like Disney things, look forward to that. But that was a lot of fun doing that. So thanks to all of you that participated in that. We enjoyed doing that. So anyways, we're going to get into a question we put out also online for some questions from listeners, things that they wondered about that we can discuss on the podcast. So we got some questions, and we're going to do one of them tonight.
Okay.
And hold on a second. So this one comes from Josella, and her question was, what are your thoughts on various legends behind certain attractions at Disney?
Well, we actually came across quite a few different stories and stuff, far more than we're going to cover all in one episode.
Yeah, that would actually be a good episode just to talk about a lot of these.
Yes.
But
so
maybe we'll do a couple tonight.
Yeah, we both picked one that we would cover tonight, and then maybe we'll do more in the future.
So, Katie, why don't you start out with the one that you looked up and were reading about? You got it up there?
Yep. Okay. Mine is on River Country, and how the rumor or the legend has it that it closed due to the brain-eating amoeba. That what makes this interesting is that in August of 80, a young boy did actually die of a brain-eating amoeba that was linked to River Country. But since 1962, there has been 138 known cases, making this extremely rare. So Disney did not shut this down. It's more rare than a drowning. Did not shut down because of that. They shut down actually due to 9/11.
Right, that had something to do with
9/11, they had such a decrease in visitors, people coming, that they had to cut back. So they decided to cut back one of the water parks.
So, I mean,
And
River Country was scheduled to reopen, right?
It was scheduled to
Supposedly.
reopen in 2003.
Okay.
But it outdated itself so quickly with the new water parks that it would have needed a complete facelift.
Right.
So they opted to just desert it until future time. They might have a different idea of what to do with that. But it got so outdated and worn from sitting there that it would have needed a lot of work to open it back up.
So they were going to build a DVC resort there, but that got on.
Oh, that's a legend all its own.
Were they? Or are they still? Okay, so there's that one. And then this one, I'd never heard this one before. And it's under the title Disney Urban Legends, Disneyland Resort, but parentheses, Disney Lies.
Disney Lies.
But it's a legend. And I'd never heard this before, but here it goes. The legend is a couple in adventure through inner space, which is an old attraction at Disneyland, Tomorrowland, was preparing to exit the ride when they discovered a bloody hook hanging from the side of the Omnimover. Behind the legend, because the adventure through inner space is long gone from Disneyland, this legend is difficult to track down. However, it is quite possible and fits well with the fact that a homicidal maniac with a hook for a hand did escape from prison and lost police somewhere near Disneyland. I never heard that before. I thought that was pretty interesting. But anyways, she asked, what do we think of these? I really like these urban legends. Some of them are fun. I mean, some of the minute we read this question, her daughter Aaliyah Googled it on her phone, and she came up with a bunch of these urban legends. One of them that was kind of funny, and I'll just mention it, was that back in the day, the cast members that were characters actually had to share underwear.
Please. Please.
And I'm not sure how long that. I'll have to look that up again, but I'm like, are you kidding me? I thought that was kind of gross and funny at the same time. But anyways, that was pretty funny. They had to share underwear. That's awesome.
That's just weird. Not plausible.
So, all right. So there's our thing. We love urban legends. Just sell it. And thank you for the question. We also have other questions, and we'll hit those on another episode. But tonight, we got kind of excited about this. You know, the news of, first, Disneyland reopening end of the month, April. That was exciting. But then they came out with plans to an expansion at Disneyland, and that's exciting. If only they could come up with a machine that I could walk through and become 30 years younger.
That'd be awesome.
Because then I could experience it as a younger person.
You're really getting worried about getting old enough to experience
some of these rides, I want to be able to experience all this stuff. That's the one thing that bums me out when I think about, and I don't want to be bummed out about that, but I'm excited about the new stuff to come, but I just want it to come tomorrow because I want to experience it, And the older you get, it just seems like you can't do as much as you'd like to. Anyways, so it's exciting anyways, so take it away, Katie.
So the expansion is called Disneyland Forward. And we've been just kind of reading up on it here and getting us all excited. It is the same 500 acres that Disney currently owns. So it's not expanding past what it already owned, but reallocating the things within that footage to make it more functional.
So I mean, it's outside. Okay, they have Disneyland and California Adventure.
Yes.
But this is in addition to those two areas and Downtown Disney.
Yes.
So it's encompassing parking garage where parking garages are now sit, and they're just repositioning some things, right?
Yes, where old parking areas were, and some space across the street where they may have allocated to build and do stuff on previously when they had the big hotel and they were doing things and redesigning downtown Disney. It's kind of part of that is encompassed in this also.
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
So if you go online and look up Disneyland Forward, you can see all kinds of really cool layouts and plans of what they're going to do. And it looks like you're going to be able to have an expansion on Disneyland and an expansion on Disney California Adventure. A bridge that will cross over Disneyland Drive.
You can't really tell,
to go there. So,
but you can't really tell where the bridges are technically connected into like Disneyland and California Adventure at this point. From what they're showing online, but
it's hard
still
to tell
really
from
cool.
the little drawing. Yeah. Downtown Disney still sits between the two, and Disney's Grand California, and then across the street you have the Paradise Pier and the Disneyland Hotel. Well, both Disneyland Hotel and Paradise Pier are encompassed in that new area, so they will become internal to the parks instead of being external. They will be part of the park, which is actually going to be pretty cool, especially us DVC folks.
Oh yeah, because they're building that new tower.
New tower at the Disneyland Hotel. That'll be awesome. So we'll have two places to go, which has desperately been needed. I see a lot of water, possible log rides. They say possible expansion area could be inspired by areas like, or themes like, Peter Pan, Frozen, Zootopia, Toy Story, Tron, and more. Which is exciting because they took a lot of these things that have already been used in Tokyo and Japan and some of the other areas. They've created some really cool lands based on these. So it would be really cool to incorporate that into Disneyland and get that imagined and let it grow the way Walt intended it to do.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm excited about this. I wish they don't really show you how you can see California Adventure, part of that, like the boardwalk area, and you can see where the bridge is there on this map, but you can't really see. I can't really tell like where Disneyland is, where it is over there, because they don't really show that far over.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool, and there's basically one big area, maybe it's two areas kind of together, and then they have that other area that's more of a shopping district as well.
Yeah. Like a downtown Disney, that is another total area being built off-site of Disney.
Yeah, and
at a convention center.
Yeah, which I think is a cool idea because maybe that'll take some of the people out of the park. You know, there's a lot of locals down in California, and they come there to hang out, and maybe that'll, draw some more of those people over there, so that the park's not so slam packed. I mean, remember the last time we went? I mean, it was 5 o'clock hit, man. It was ridiculous.
Well, having downtown Disney and then an alternative Disney Springs in another area. They're adding restaurants, they're adding live entertainment, they're adding all kinds of hotels.
Now we're just speculating,
this is all that's being listed here.
Yeah,
they're pretty sure this is going to fly.
Think about what that would do for the Disneyland Resort. I mean, right now you go down there, you can spend 5 days. You can spend 5 days, or you can hit each park twice. Hit downtown Disney in a 5-day period, and you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
Unless you go outside of the park and go do some other stuff in California. But if you were to stay just on Disney property, now with this expansion, you could stay at least 7 days, probably.
Probably pretty easily, depending on what they do, what all they add to it.
With these other shopping districts and maybe a food plan.
So I'm thinking they might be able to add a food plan and make this more of a destination stay instead of just a theme park.
Now, maybe it'd be different than the Disney World way of doing it, but it would be nice to have more restaurants and opportunities to dine
In park.
in park than they have now. A lot of it's
Yeah.
walk up, you know.
Well, California, when you go to Disney, it's so easy to just walk across the street and go to Subway. I need a $5
Yeah,
sandwich
but it's not
instead.
Disney. You know?
But I mean, you know what I mean? To save money, and a lot of
Oh,
people
absolutely.
do. There's food all around you.
I mean, let's be honest. You're not going to save any money
No.
in these new areas,
No,
but
but it'd be nice to have some places to go if you don't want to leave the park.
Right.
And you want to sit down and eat. Other than
some
the
other
Mexican
walk up.
restaurant.
I mean, some other walk up restaurants other than hamburger places, or you know, have
Yeah.
a little bit more variety of food and maybe on a walk up.
Right.
One of the areas that water area that looks pretty interesting. That and you were saying Peter Pan. That kind of looks like could be like a Neverland thing, maybe.
It does. I see a pirate ship. I see Peter Pan. I see a mermaid island kind of on there.
Yeah.
In this
So
picture pretty clearly. It says in the California. Wait a minute. Yes, in the California Adventure area, it looks like there could be some kind of a roller coaster, a boat ride, and even room for a dark ride or two in the expansion. In the Disneyland Park section, we can see a few smaller attractions, more mountains, and water features. It looks to be inspired by Fantasy Springs, the new addition coming to Tokyo Disney Sea. In a dream scenario, the area would look like Disney Sea expansion, seamlessly combining hotels, attractions, and shopping together in one immersive area. And it does kind of have that feel that you see at the Disney Sea. It's got a lot of real pretty scenery and waterworks and flowers.
yeah, I like that that Disney Sea. I mean, I've only
Disney Sea
watched
is
videos.
beautiful.
Obviously, I've never been there, but it looks really different, and the atmosphere of it looks really cool. So that would be really neat if it was something like that too, something different, you know. I really like the idea of these hotels being within the park.
I love that.
I love that idea.
I do too. And that the downtown Disney is going to expand. It's going to get bigger and have more live entertainment, have more restaurants. You're going to have a hotel hooked to it. And it's going to, the downtown Disney near the unused AMC Theater and ESPN zone, where that part was closed.
Right.
That's where they're going to extend on out from there.
Okay.
They had closed those down for that luxury hotel that never came in. So
Right.
that's where that's going.
What was the other thing that you were talking about? You know, when they were doing the luxury hotel and expanding downtown Disney or whatever, they ran into some problems there. Had to do something with.
Well, there was, if you remember right, Disney was trying to do that hotel when the city had kind of offered businesses a tax break and money to do certain things in town.
Right.
Well, Disney qualified, but the town didn't want to give Disney that money.
Well, yeah, they're $1 billion corporation.
They did not want to give them the same rights they were going to give everybody else.
Right.
Or the breaks that they were going to give everybody else. So that put the city and Disney at odds with one another in a big way. And they've been butting heads kind of ever since in many ways.
Right.
Now with this new plan that Disney has brought up, they want to make sure that this works. So in this new plan, there is no tax breaks. There's no funding that they're expecting from the city. They are asking for nothing but permission.
Right.
You give us permission to do this, we're going to provide tons of jobs and revenue and help liven this town back up from what has happened.
Yeah, it's pretty much got hit hard down
Yeah.
there, and this would be a welcome shot of something.
Yeah.
Of good news to the city of Anaheim for sure, and
Yeah.
Southern California.
They see,
they need it, man.
from what it says, they see nothing standing in the way because they're asking the city for nothing. That basically the city has everything to gain and nothing to lose by doing this.
Right.
So they don't see that they're going to fight them on this. And once they get approval, they're going gangbusters to try to get things going and moving along quickly. before anything else changes, and try to get as many jobs brought back into that town as they possibly can. They said at earliest they could seeing some of this being built and completed by 2025 and 2026. So it's not that far down the road, but it is still a few years down the road, but
Sure.
it's not that far away.
Yeah,
Considering
5
what
years
they're
or so.
building and what they're doing, it's 21. That's 4 or 5 years.
No, but that would definitely add a lot to the Disneyland Resort. I mean, they've done so much to that place since I grew up down there. Since I was a kid, it transformed that whole area.
Oh yeah.
The last time they shut down the freeways, they did all this stuff, and it's a beautiful area when you hit Disney property. There's no reason why they wouldn't welcome this at this point.
And really, I think that they didn't really put all the importance that there should have been on this, realizing all that Disney does for the area. But having this recent health crisis with COVID stuff and all the shutdowns, Anaheim suddenly opened their eyes. And a lot of business owners, etc., opened their eyes as thousands of workers were jobless. The city lost hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue over the past year with lack of tourism. So to bring this back, it would be stupid for them to not approve it.
Yeah.
They're totally open. It says Anaheim is open to any reasonable solution to bring more jobs to the community, which is what an expansion to Disney would do.
I mean, think about the effect this would have on the whole Southern California area. I mean, you've got Knott's Berry Farm not too far from Disneyland. You've got other amusement. You got Magic Mountain there as well. This is going to benefit the whole Southern California area. So, they're really in need of that at this point. So, anyways, is there anything else, Katie, about this that struck you that you brought up earlier? We were talking about this earlier, preparing for the podcast, and I would kind of wish we had the mic on then, because
yeah, I mean,
it's pretty exciting.
Words. It was a quote from one of the Imagineers. It says, "Because of the current rigid district structure, we just need more flexibility. We're excited about the possibilities and ready to dream. Believe me, we have no shortage of ideas, content, or stories to tell or build. What we do know today is that these guests need and want more. And in order to give our guests more of what they want, we need more flexibility here in Anaheim. Guests are demanding immersive, integrated experiences that are not singular in their uses. We no longer think of uses as separate. Retail, dining, entertainment, theme parks, and hotels are all part of the same experience in the same place. And we need the space in our lands to create story-rich environments. Anything is possible, and we at Disney are eager to make that happen."
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They also have Marvel Land coming.
Oh yeah, they still have all that stuff coming
Yep.
too that we all have to look forward to. So there's going to be some cool changes down there. It's going to be exciting to go to and give you more things to do there. And I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I think it's exciting to see things moving forward. Now, if they can just open it up to the rest of the world instead of just California, so we can go down and play.
Yeah. And I hope they get that cheap flight coming down.
Yes,
we
that'd
can
be
hop on an
awesome.
airplane and just fly into John Wayne. That would be. I mean, God, man, can you imagine this thing?
We'd be down on the
Being like
weekends
this,
a lot.
I'd go out for a long weekend or something, and just hang
Run
out,
around. Yeah.
Especially if the flight was real reasonable, I'd be. Why not? We go down there, more often. Especially if we have more. I mean, the other hotels and stuff that we stay at are nice.
Yeah, but if we get an opportunity to use our DVC points,
It'd be awesome. That would
that'd
be
awesome.
incredible.
Because then we would just be paying for a flight to run down there.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great. So, I am looking forward to that too. That tower at Disneyland Hotel. So, hopefully we'll be able to get in there.
That's one of my favorite hotels.
They
so.
definitely need more opportunity down there for DVC as well.
Yes, they
So,
do.
Looking forward to
Absolutely.
that. So, I think that's going to do it for this episode, Katie.
It is
You
for
haven't-
now. Other little things. They got the magic. The
Whistle?
new magic. No, it's the new magic. I just lost it in my head when we were talking about this.
Oh yeah, you had some other stuff.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about it?
Well, they're doing it all on the new magic phone,
Rob
magic
lied.
access. But you still can use your magic bands forever. Don't forget that.
Oh,
They still work.
They're gonna have it on your cell
But it's
phone.
going to be on your cell phone now. For those who
Right.
don't have magic bands,
Ah.
you can just download an app and you can have it right there on your cell phone
I'm just using magic
to open
band.
and shut doors and do stuff. I still prefer my magic band
I mean, they've had the open and shut door thing on your phone.
for a
already.
long time. So I don't know.
Of course,
I
that doesn't-
I like my band.
That doesn't, I don't know if that
How long can your
has anything
battery
to do
hold
with
power?
Disneyland, but I know you have to carry a
Constantly
thing.
recharging. You
Yeah.
have to carry around extra batteries, and it's just one more thing that you got to haul around.
I mean, but everybody's
and do.
carrying their phone around anyways, taking pictures. Use it for it's a
True.
multi-use thing,
True.
but it's nice having a little magic band on your wrist
I love
if it doesn't
charging.
fall off.
Not carrying cards or purses, things that you're going to lose
I
on a ride.
I would love not to have to
I
do
like
that,
to
but
not
we
have
always
to
have.
carry anything.
When we go to Disney World, we always have the snack bag, so somebody's always carrying something.
Well, we all carry a snack bag. That's just normal.
So
You got things,
You got that.
needs. Prepare for the
well,
worst.
you're out all day, so
You're out all day. You got your snacks for standing in line that you can't eat right now.
I don't
but
remember not going to a park without a backpack.
You got your bottle of water.
So
All your little daily things you might
you could
need.
probably get by with that if you go to the food program. If you really just
Totally can without
utilize
food
it.
program. Yes.
So,
Totally could. I always have an extra battery in mine. And
But yeah, with the whole cell phone thing, everybody has to carry an extra battery pack and all that garbage. So the other thing I wanted to mention too was the facial recognition thing that Disney World's doing. They have they have a line that you can go to if you choose to participate in this. I choose not to. I think it's getting kind of, I don't know. It's neat. It's neat technology, but they're supposed to be able to take your facial recognition, connect it to your ticket, and all that stuff, just like your magic band, but with your face. So it's going to allow you not to have to touch anything,
it's the no-touch system,
So,
which is, here.
so I don't care. I can touch stuff.
I don't mind the
I'm
thumbprint
not
thing. It really doesn't
that
bother
way.
me.
So, anyway, so if you like that, if you want to do the facial recognition, they're doing that. I think they're doing that now. I'm not sure when but it was a trial thing that they're just testing out right now at Disney World.
Yeah, I read a fun one today. I kind of go through different things, and one of the Walt Disney World sites came on. There was like, ooh, it leaked what we're going to do for the 50th. And you go through, and part of it, it's just serious stuff here and there, and it's just talking about what's going to happen and how the cavalcades are going to bring out some unusual characters instead of the normal ones. They're going to have some different characters and some special releases, Monsters Inc. and some Mickey Pals and Once Upon a Time.
Brer Rabbit?
Just different characters that you normally don't see.
Uncle Remus?
But it's talking serious.
I'm just kidding, people.
Then all of a sudden it goes into, Disney wants you to know that they hear you, and we hear your complaints. So it starts talking all of a sudden about different complaints that people have made, like how long they have to wait for buses. And then it says, well, no worries, we took care of that. No more buses. Now there'll be a sign of how far it is and how long it'll take you to walk to your destination. And then it goes.
Oh, funny,
unfortunately-
Disney.
Yeah, unfortunately, several popular attractions are going to be closed. And it goes through to list almost everything.
Well,
right?
they did make that pathway from Magic
Yes.
Kingdom all the way over to the Grand Floridian.
Yeah. So it was like everything. Country Bear, Jamboree, Dumbo, Elephant, Tiki Room, Haunted Mansion, Small World, Jungle Cruise, Mad Tea Party, Main Street Vehicles, Peter Pan's Flight, Prince Charming's Regal Carousel, Swiss Family Treehouse, Tomorrowland Speedway, in addition to all other things that are already closed for refurbishments. And they
What's
just
up?
said, well, wait, we're also going to remake Cinderella's Castle because, people have been complaining that they don't like the new colors. So we're thinking maybe we'll bring back the sorcerer hat from Hollywood Studios.
How about the birthday cake?
Ooh, that was awful. That was awful.
Everybody, I never saw the birthday cake castle, but
Yeah,
people are like, "What's that?"
It's just funny. He just keeps going back and forth on these things, and that they're now with the food program and cutting budgets that they're going to start serving chocolate-covered ants. And
Well, they could do that in
and
Animal
bugs,
Kingdom.
right?
Oh, bugs. Oh,
Right. And you keep going. You're like,
Bug's
ew,
life.
ew, leftovers. And hey, here's a new one. Disney would like for you to bring all your leftovers to a certain spot in the park and dump them there. That way they can gather their ants for the future chocolates. And I'm just sitting here reading this thing going, are you kidding me? And then it gets to the end.
April Fools.
Yeah. It says, oh, by the way, April Fools. Have a nice
Hey,
day.
when they announced that Disneyland was going to open up on April 1st, I'm like, it's an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're opening on April 1st. I think they said that later in the month. But anyway, that's pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. Yeah. And then the Food and Wine Festival, it's going to go for 129 days.
Of
a third of
course.
a year, folks.
Well, yeah. I think it's always gone a long
Yeah,
time.
that's a long time.
But what was I going to say? Oh, I can't remember.
That's not
Yeah,
first, folks.
came and went. Probably something really important too.
Yeah, because everything you say is that
It
important.
is very important stuff. But anyways, I can't remember it, so I guess that now it's really going to be the end of the episode,
But there'll be
I
more
think.
to come.
unless Katie remembers something else she was going to say that she forgot to say earlier. That
I'll hold it because we've got some other
We got-
episodes coming.
hey,
so.
we got other episodes coming,
Yep,
so
I'll save it.
Anyways, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you all tuning into our podcast and participating in our little trivia thing. Thanks for all those who participated in that, and to Stacy and Josella for also participating.
If
with
you ever
question.
have ideas, questions, concerns,
Yes, we'd like to hear from you.
topics, anything, please pop them into our Instagram or our Facebook page. We will address it.
We'd love to hear from you guys.
From everybody. So.
And, hey, we like looking into stuff. Maybe something we don't even know. I mean, there's lots of stuff we don't know, but
Speak for
it'd be
yourself.
I don't know nothing.
But it always brings up future topics, which we love. Inspires us to look broader.
So until next time, y'all have a great week and keep looking up. And we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye now.
See you later.
Thrifty Kurt here. Discover the wonders of buying and selling online, also known as arbitrage. I show you what items I've sold and how much you can get for them. I also have a newsletter that gives you a detailed look on exactly how much I spent and how much actually I paid in fees on all the biggest platforms. eBay, Facebook, etc. Remember, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Substack, which is my newsletter. It's Thrifty Kurt with a K on all those platforms. Sign up today. Bye.